have always terrified me, but the submission that I got for tonight's True Scary Story is extra terrifying because this girl thinks that what she experienced on this night is the same reason why her siblings went to a mental institution. But let's jump right into it. Tonight's submitter did tell me I could use her real name, and her real name is Haley. I want to preface the story by saying that her house was built next to the Antietam battlefield. She lived in that house for about 10 years, and most of her paranormal experiences were benign or non-threatening, such as her seeing a ghost of a Union soldier in her backyard, occasionally hearing footsteps, seeing small black figures in the corner of her eye, and feeling people watching her. Stuff like that didn't really scare her that much, but this one night was completely different, absolutely terrified her and her animals. It was a Friday night. She was about 16 or 17 years old at the time, and her mom and stepdad were on a date. Her twin brother was at a friend's house, and she was just at home alone with her cats and dogs. Around 7 p.m., her 3 dogs start barking ferociously. Her Chihuahua and Yorkie would bark all the time, but not her pit bull Roman. He never barked unless he thought that he was in danger, and he was growling and snarling at something in the corner of the living room. She had this uneasy feeling, so she gathers all her cats and dogs and she goes into her room. To keep herself occupied, she began working on her homework, but then she heard the front door open, and then she heard footsteps. She believed that her mom and stepdad were home from a date, so she opens her door and she peeks over the banister and she says, "Mom?" No response. She actually called for her mom 3 different times and her mom didn't answer, and she thought that her mom was just being a jerk and not answering her because apparently she does this to her and her brother a lot. She just said to herself, whatever, rolls her eyes and closes and locks the door. And Roman sticks his nose in the air and begins fiercely sniffing, and then he jumps up and just starts barking and growling. Now he's growling at the door. At this point, she started to hear several cabinets and doors being opened and closed in her kitchen. This happens repeatedly. Then she hears glass break as if someone was throwing dishes on the floor. Then she hears footsteps running over the 3rd level of the house, but faster than a human could run. She got scared and texted her mom immediately to come home because she thought somebody had broken into her house. Her heart pounded in her chest. All 3 dogs are now barking and growling at the door at this point. And the cats start hissing and their hair is standing straight up and they're just kind of curled up like cats do when they feel threatened. And the footsteps stop. Or so she thought. Creak, creak, creak. Started slowly moving up the stairs. Dread entered her body with each creak. The air seemed to be getting thicker and thicker. It became difficult for her to breathe. Eventually got up to the top stairs, which coincidentally was right at her bedroom door. Her locked bedroom door begins to shake and rattle as if someone is attempting to open the door. First it was slow, but then it began to quake forcefully, just rattling. Whatever this was starts banging on her bedroom door forcefully and then takes its claws or nails or something. She can hear scratching just going on her bedroom door repeatedly. This was going from the top of her door all the way to the bottom of her door. But what happened next terrified her to her core. After a moment of silence, she hears, "Mom?" The same exact way that she had spoken it before in her own voice. And she hears it again, "Mom?" The dogs at this point are going wild. Then she hears it for a 3rd time.